how to dispose of herpes virus. Practically, all the ailments and clutters can be relieved viably through traditional medications, yet herpes. This is a sickness that can influence any pieces of the body. Herpes is a STD and shows up as contamination. Herpes simplex infection causes herpes and it productively transmits from one individual to the next when through sex with the contaminated individual. Sorted as HSV1 and HSV2, the last is a STD. One must know that herpes comes in two sorts, HSV1 and HSV2. A similar infection causes both, be that as it may. HSV1 happens by and large around the mouth, face, and different pieces of the body, called oral herpes. The HSV2 happens in the genital territories and can be amazingly hazardous whenever left unattended. It causes a ton of copying, tingling, and uneasiness since it is an explicitly transmitted ailment. In the event that you are contracted with HSV2, it can never be restored by any customary medication. Henceforth, utilizing an elective like the HSV Eraser gets fundamental. All things considered, when everybody got stressed with respect to the inaccessibility of medication for the HSV2 disease, the HSV Eraser came as a surprisingly positive development. This is one of those enhancements that help in expelling the HSV infection from the body. It comes as a pack and has two sections to it. Since herpes contamination in some cases doesn't show any manifestations, the initial segment of the HSV Eraser is stocked with parts like nutrients, natural mixes, and different enhancements that would uncover the disease to the unaided eyes rapidly. With the utilization of the initial segment of the HSV Eraser, you would have the option to effectively battle the infection and separate it from the cells totally. The following pieces of the pack contain segments that would fortify the resistant framework at last, except if and until the insusceptible framework returns to regularity, it gets testing to remain solid. With this procedure set up, the HSV Eraser is known to expel herpes causing infection directly from the foundation. Fixings utilized in the HSV Eraser. HSV Eraser is a 21-day program pack. The rundown of fixings to be utilized would be referenced partially astute inside the crate. Every one of these fixings can be effectively purchased from the markets. Utilizing them in the suitable measurements during the program for 21 days would make you herpes-free for eternity. Every one of these fixings suggested are 100% regular and natural, and you don't need to stress over such reactions. Every one of these fixings are diagrammed plainly in the unit suggested by Dr. Keen Langin and Dr. Christine Boiler. Every one of these fixings are accessible at the close-by supermarkets and can be collected inside $100, disposing of lethal infection for just $100 has most likely never occurred before. How does HSV Eraser work? HSV Eraser is presumably one of the most clear aids that are made accessible to expel the HSV infection from the body. Everything necessary is 21 days to dispose of the herpes infection from your body totally by following an eating regimen plan that is straightforward. The program is isolated into two sections. The initial segment ought to be followed for 10 to 11 days, trailed constantly apart for the following 10 days. The entire treatment is mysterious on the grounds that it doesn't include any meds that cause you a bump. You can pick all the fixings and they are accessible in the supermarkets. Consequently, the HSV Eraser program is totally normal and liberated from such symptoms. In this manner, the initial segment of the crate contains a rundown of fixings that are to be incorporated as a major aspect of your feast plan. The amounts are to be estimated precisely according to the guidelines for better outcomes. At the point when you devour the initial segment, you are in fact attempting to bring the disease out of your inside framework. The fixings are to be taken for straight 10 to 11 days until the whole infection is tossed out of your cells. The following stage includes devouring fixings that would assist you with rebuilding your invulnerable framework. These fixings are additionally to be satisfactorily estimated according to the guidelines. At the point when you are on the second piece of the program, you are working all together on fortifying your safe framework and furthermore annihilate the infection from your framework for the last time. The fixings suggested during this piece of the program are loaded up with supplements that feed the insusceptible framework altogether and help you battle the infection totally. And indeed, coming out and demonstrating your contaminated face to the world can cause a great deal of disgrace. It would likewise tell the others of our little mystery, even without you making commotion about it. In any case, with the use of HSV Eraser, you would now be able to feel astounding and prop your great life up without making any diseases your accomplice to. Along these lines, you have to now pick in the event that you need to choose the customary medication that only here and there has no changeless fix or the HSV Eraser to dispose of the HSV1 and 2 totally from your framework.